Hello, everyone. I am Dawn Benninghove, your host for today's show, and I am truly excited to give you another tool for your toolbox. Today, we have got with us an incredible sheriff. His name is Sergeant Jim McLaughlin. He is the crime prevention specialist for the Hanover County Sheriff's Office. He is in his 37th year with Hanover County, and I am proud to say that Jim actually started training our aides back in 2007. So Jim, we really are excited about you being here today, talking with us. I know this is something you're very passionate about.
Yes.
And excited to get going. Why don't you jump right in?
All right. Thank you so much for having me. It's truly a pleasure, as usual, working with y'all. The first thing I want to say is we all have to remember that we are directly responsible for our own safety. Whether we are at home, traveling, church, shopping, whatever it is, we need to be responsible for our own safety. And the reason I say that is because we, as law enforcement, can't be with you 24/7. So we like to look at it, if you can imagine a triangle. We call it the crime prevention triangle. For a criminal to commit a crime, he needs three things: the ability, the desire, and the opportunity. So what can we, as individuals, take out of that triangle to make that criminal's intent fold so they cannot commit the crime and make us a victim? I know everybody out there is saying opportunity, so you're exactly right. How do we take that opportunity away? It's very simple. Ask yourself right now, wherever you are, wherever your vehicle is it locked? Do you have valuables out that people can see? Ladies, did you leave your purse in the car where it's visible? Okay, so what I want to say there is that is a very good, easy way to take an opportunity away. Hide it, lock it, or lose it. Hide your valuables, try to leave them at home, put them in the trunk before you arrive at your location that you're going to get out at, and lock your vehicle up. And then hopefully you'll be safe, and again, you reduce or eliminate that opportunity for you to be a victim. One thing we try to talk about too is avoiding strangers who contact you first, whether it be on a telephone, at your door, or when you're transitioning. And somebody might say, okay, what do you mean transitioning? Moving from one safe place to another safe place. It can be as simple as leaving your home in the morning, walking out the door, locking it, and transitioning to your vehicle, another safe place. Remember, especially you ladies that have those purses, prepare before you leave that safe place. I see so many women when we're shopping. My wife likes to shop. I like to watch people. They'll walk out the door from the shopping center, and first thing they do, they put their head in that big pocketbook. I'm not exactly sure what they're looking for, but usually it's keys, a hairbrush, makeup, whatever. Prepare before you leave that safe place. Before you go out, get your keys, get whatever you need. Try not to have your hands full. Walk out the front door, turn around, lock it, get to your vehicle, whether it be a shopping center, home, church, whatever, as we discussed earlier. Get in it, lock the doors, start it up, and move on. All right? That way you eliminate that opportunity for somebody to approach you at your vehicle. Or at the door, if you don't recognize the people, hopefully you have a peephole in your door. You look out of it first before you open that door. If you don't recognize the people at the door, don't open it. Walk away. Go ahead and continue what you're doing. If they say, I'm here for whatever reason, call law enforcement. Dial 911. Let them know that somebody's at your door that you don't recognize. We'll gladly respond and see who it is and take appropriate action.
Hey, Jim, when you're talking about people at your front door, I know like my son has that Ring doorbell, and
Great.
He and his wife can see who's ever at the front door. But so oftentimes we see the seniors that we take care of,
Right.
that they're just in that generation of friendly, and if you show up with any type of ID, or if you show up with a badge, certainly, most people want to open that door. So what we've been looking at is peepholes don't cost hardly anything
Amen.
to get that installed. And then the second thing is, even if there's just a screen door or a storm door, I know I'm going to say, even from a sheriff's perspective, if you show up, even if it had a warrant for somebody's arrest, you would still allow them to keep that door, like the screen door, locked until you actually proved who you were, right?
Exactly. Until they verify. That's a great idea. The peephole, like I said, are very inexpensive, even to have someone else install it. The storm door, screen door, excellent. Excellent options. I wish everybody had that. But yes, even as law enforcement, until we can verify who we are with them and they're satisfied, yes, we don't mind that barrier for sure.
Okay.
Like I said, there's no law says you have to answer that door, okay? Unless we show up, we'd like for you to. On the telephone, if you don't know the number, all phones now have caller ID, and they have some type of voicemail hooked to it. If you don't know the number, and even sometimes if you recognize or you say, hey, my doctor's office has a 730 number, or whatever the prefix is, and you say, it might be them, please slow down, think about what's going on, and don't answer that phone. Let it go to the voicemail. Then you can answer the voicemail, and you can decide after everything has calmed down and you don't feel pressured to answer that phone. And like you said, older generations, when the phone rang, I remember my mama thinks she had to get it by the third ring. Please look at that caller ID, let it go to voicemail, and then you can decide when you have plenty of time to think about it whether you need to call them back. If they say that they don't get your whole name and they say it's a doctor's office, call me back at this number, it isn't the right number for your doctor's office that you think, look at your bills, look at your correspondence from your doctor's office, confirm the correct number, and then call that back and ask them if they called you. If not, delete the message. And please know that you did the right thing by not answering the phone. A lot of people say, it might be my grandchild. Well, they'll leave a message and you can call them back. All right? And verify the number before you call your supposed grandchild back, because there is a large scam going on and has been for many years. It resurfaces about every 6 months of the grandchild scam, where somebody calls, they say, hey, it's your grandson, and then you give them a name, and then they continue on with that name. Grandma, it's your grandchild. And you say, oh, George. And then they go on with George. And they'll try to get you to send them money because they might have had an accident, they might be in jail, they might need bond money, and they'll tell you where to send it. If that happens, call your grandchild on the number that you have for them, or your daughter or son, whoever's child this is, and confirm that they are okay. Never send any money. One of the key things is slow down and don't do anything rash, or they'll tug at your heartstrings and everything. Slow down. Wait for you to confirm the correct number. Your grandson has been in an accident or not. 9 times out of 10, it's not if they ask for money. Somebody will probably call to tell you, inform you that they're in an accident, but they won't ask for money. So please, now if they say gift card or wire, you know it's a scam. Nobody pays anybody a bill, a medical hospital or anything like that with a gift card. So please remember those scams.
Two things that you said. One, as far as gift card, I didn't know that they're starting to do gift cards.
Yes.
That's pretty incredible. Mm-hmm. And number two, you were talking about looking at your bills to see if that phone number was the same. And that's a really great idea as well. Mm-hmm. Right. So I know that back in when you started with us, you actually gave us that grandchild scam. Right. And, yes. There was even a commercial that you guys had produced. And we had several clients who had that perpetrated upon them. None of them fell for it.
Oh, great.
But what we have had is people who get sort of just a random phone call, but it does look like the area code of their physician.
Right.
And so what they do, we just had this actually just last week, where a client received a phone call at their home, and our aide was able to take that phone call, and they had all 3 names of our client, first, middle, and last name. Oh, wow. And then all of a sudden, they asked if this client had a power of attorney. And my aide was just incredibly shocked that they would ask, does your patient, have a power of attorney?
Right.
And so to me, that's awfully sophisticated of a scammer to want them to fax, which is where they went with this, fax this power of attorney to them. Jim, you and I both know if they get hold of your power of attorney, that's kind of the keys.
Right.
You can open up everything. It's your bank accounts, your home, everything.
Right.
So in that situation, thank goodness, our aide absolutely just took down all the information and the family was able to address it. And indeed, it was a scam.
Great.
But are there any words of wisdom for you on something that big? I mean, that's sophisticated.
Well, like you said, your aide took the information but didn't do anything with it. She slowed down. She made sure with the family that this was correct or it wasn't. And as it happened to be in this situation, it was not. It was a scam. So I think that is one of the key things. Slow down, confirm, verify, and delete. Call, let the law enforcement know. One of the best websites to put this out so that everybody knows about it is the Federal Trade Commission, ftc.com. All right. One of the things that I'll tell you, Google with cybercrime has a great website. It's called scamspotter.org. And one of the things they say in there is scammers expected to steal over $2 billion in 2021.
Wow.
So with that said, I'd like to give you a few things from their website, which we also tell people is the best thing to do. Like I said before, slow down. The scammers usually make things so that there has to be done right now. It's very urgent. We need this information. You need to give it to us. Slow down. Take your time. Ask questions. Find out who they really are. Try to get as much information as you can. Their phone number, where they're calling from, the exact name of the company, the person out there speaking to, a number you can call back that you can give them the information that they're requesting to get everything that you can. Then after that, spot check. Do your research. Double check the details that you're getting. And how do you do that? Web. Go on the web. Do the search. And put in the name that they give you and see what it says. Or the phone number. A lot of times, if it's a scam, it'll say this is related to a scam.
Well, would they be able to go on the ftc.com or the scamspider.org and check all that out? Like the family that we just had that happen?
Yes. FTC, they have a lot of the things on there of scams that are going on. It'll tell you how to file a report with them. You can do it all online. The third thing, stop. Don't send, as we talked about. Verify all the information. If it's not, report it. Don't send anything. And one thing I want to say, I'm going to go back. I want to go to emails. If you get an email, regardless of who it's from, and it has a link to it, do not, I repeat, please do not click on that link, even if it's from a friend. If I receive an email from a friend, whether it be at work or on my personal email address, I'll always either start another email, a new email, and send to them and go, did you send me a link to something? And usually they'll go, yes. And I would say, are you sure it's a good link? And it might be a YouTube. I feel kind of safe with that. If it's from a company or something like that, I usually don't click on it. I'll usually put in information to see what it is, to verify it before I click on it. Again, slow down. Think about what you're going to do. That link could put malware on your computer, something that might get all your information, banking, credit cards, passwords, things like that. So slow down. Don't click on the link. Think about it when you're sending a link. Tell people this is a true information site that I'm going to give you to click on this. If you have any questions, please call me, email me from the address that you have for me, and we'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. So please watch out for the links.
That's a great idea. We get those at work all the time. And Jim, you're familiar with my husband. He went through your guys' senior academy out there, which is really awesome. But he actually clicked on a link and
goodness.
it completely froze his computer down.
Right.
And they were asking for ransom, money to get that back opened again. And it was truly a nightmare.
Yes.
And we think we're fairly computer savvy.
Yep.
So people are, the scammers have just become so good at their jobs.
Exactly. You're exactly. And they have so many angles. If you think about it, the pandemic that's going on, they're using that to scam you out of money, your ID. If anybody asks you in an email or on the phone to give them your full name, your address, your passwords, your date of birth, your banking information, credit card information, anything like that, your mother's maiden name, please hang up. If it's an email, it's a link, get off of it quick. Reduce your opportunity by checking these things out before you do it. I can't say it enough. Slow down. Think about what you're doing. Do the research and don't send anything. If you have a question, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 804-365-6140 is the non-emergency number to the Hanover County Emergency Communications Center. They will redirect your call to one of the deputies and they'll speak with you, take a report, or a lot of times FTC is the best place because they can compile, as a federal agency, compile all of the emails, all the complaints, all the reports, and see what they can do. A lot of times they can, because they're federal and not local, they can apprehend somebody through these. But if they don't know about it, if you don't call and tell them, they have no evidence, no recourse to take. One other thing we need to think about is texts on our phone. Now, everybody has a smartphone or has a phone that will receive texts. Think about when you receive a text, who it's from, how they got your number, try to figure out the number it's coming from, and be careful of the links that are incorporated in those texts, not just in emails, but a lot of times they'll send links in texts. Think about it. They don't have to call anymore and get you on the phone. They can text you and put a link and tell you it's from the IRS. You're being audited or you hadn't paid your taxes. And to click this link and give them the information about your taxes. And it's not just IRS. They use every kind of government agency or business. We've had a lot of scams here recently with Amazon. You get a text from Amazon, and a lot of times you get a text saying your package is on the way, it's been delivered, how do we do delivering? But these are saying, to get your package, we need you to click on this link and give us your information, the credit card that you paid for it, and all that information along with your full name and everything. If you click on that link and it says that, delete it right away. But remember this, if you have an account with Amazon, there is a location on there for their privacy and security. Go to that and report it. All right. And they also have a lot of privacy tips, a lot of scam tips that are really good, especially for ordering online. So, like I said, they use almost any business thing. The big box stores, the shopping centers, the grocery stores, all the coupons that you can get, but you got to sign up for this. Now, if you receive an email from a government entity, think about it. Slow down again and think about, wait a minute, did I request this information? Did I give them the authorization to contact me by text or by email? Not only government, but going back again. Big companies like Amazon, Kroger, Target, places where you might shop. Did you give them okay to send you coupons, to send you things on your app that you can respond to and look at and okay? If you did, again, slow down and think about it. After you do this and you say, I'm getting too much, it's a little confusing, you can unsubscribe. Always remember that. You can always unsubscribe. A lot of red flags in emails and in texts is grammar, the spelling, the commas. Are they in the right place? Are the word usage correct? A lot of times that's a red flag that you can say, hey, wait a minute, I don't understand exactly what this is saying. And this word is the name of the business they're representing, and it's not capitalized, it's not spelled right. Take, for example, United Parcel Services, UPS, or is it United States Post Office Service? Be careful what you click on. A lot of times, we had a scam involving a charitable organization, and instead of being spelled with two D's, it was only spelled with one D on the website address. When you clicked on it, it looked just like the other one that was legitimate. So be careful and watch everything that you get ready to click on. Again, please don't click on anything when it comes in text or email.
Jim, I tell you, the information that you've given us, I know AARP, their magazine this month, came out with texting and the scams that were texting, and I was not aware of those yet. So it really does give us pause. As you're saying, slow down. We really need to push pause and make sure that we're thinking through all of these things. If there was one thing, Jim, that you could say to everyone out there about, I know you gave us the three: ability, desire, and opportunity, that if we break the chain in any of those three items can make the difference between whether or not you're scammed or whether or not you're harmed in some way, what would be that one thing that you would really want people to take away from this?
I really say to slow down. Like I said, most of the scammers is very urgent. You have to do it right now. I need you to send me this money, quote unquote, gift card, prepayable debit card. I need you to take care of this email right now. Click on this link and fill in the information. So please slow down, verify, and then don't send with your vehicles or anything. Take that opportunity away. Reduce it or eliminate it as much as possible. Even your safety when you're traveling and everything. Be aware of your surroundings. Prepare before you go. If you're going on vacation, call your local law enforcement and ask them for a vacation check. The same number I gave you a little while ago, 804-365-6140, our communications center here in Hanover County. That's the non-emergency number. Let them know you're going on vacation. They'll have a questionnaire they'll ask you. It's probably about 10 questions. Things like, will anybody be at your residence? What are the vehicles? Do you have an alarm system? Are you going to leave any lights on? Will there be anybody coming by to feed the pets or water the plants? When will you be back? Please answer them honestly, And one thing about it, if you are leaving, try to leave a light on inside so people think that you're there. We love to see you use timers and set them up in your house the way that you would live, your living pattern. Whatever time you come home, maybe the kitchen light comes on for a while, and then the living room light, the TV goes off, till the bedroom light comes on, and then it goes off 11 o'clock, 11:30 after you finish watching the news. Set them up like that, so it's your routine that you have every day.
I know if you don't live in Hanover County, Virginia, then there's a non-emergency number at any police station or local sheriff's office where someone could contact their local municipality and speak with them about coverage, correct?
Yes, exactly right. Good point.
Well, we cannot thank you enough, Sergeant Jim McLaughlin, Crime Prevention Specialist for Hanover County Sheriff's Office, focusing today on reducing crimes against seniors through crime prevention education. And we hope that you have gotten another tool for your toolbox. Thanks for joining us.